And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
5-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take it. A big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Bennett gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. James Off the play fake. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Bennett to throw. Off play action. And his throw here's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 5.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Bennett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. James looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Bennett off the play fake. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gasson Austin. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the run is Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, James to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Jets 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Panthers 14, Jets 7.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Henry Anderson.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st down, Panthers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Bennett, complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Bennett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And that's thrown to Pyramid out wide. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, James. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now James throwing on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The Panther first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Bennett. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Bennett now to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Bennett to throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Bennett.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that takes us from second to third down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
7 yards to go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bennett. This is caught, and so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Jets 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Panthers 28, Jets 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. James now. A final shot before break. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jabari Zuniga coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, James. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Operating from the gun, James. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
left to throw. Bennett looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Panthers.
This is McCaffrey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, Bennett. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, James. Airing one out for Crowder. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Bennett back to the air on 2nd down. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Now Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Carolina.
Off play action. Bennett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Complete.
Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
1st and 10.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. From the gun, James. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 12-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it again here with Davis. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Pitch from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, James. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw is James. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And
normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The 17-yard line.
Watch the twins.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, James. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, James. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's 3rd down.
Eli Apple on the coverage.
From the gun, James. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's James throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Joey Sly is set to kick off.
Looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.